Dear colleagues, in this case, while I was aspirating the cortical matter, the posterior zonular fibres were getting torn. So I had to use capsular tension ring to support the capsular bag. Let us see the surgery and let us see what happened, how I managed the case. By this time, the main incision has been made, viscoelastic substance has been injected into the anterior chamber, and now two side ports, one on the right side, another one on the left side has been made. Now capsular access is being done. The capsule has been incised with a 26 gauge bent needle. Now I am taking a uterata forceps. I hold this capsular tag, go anti-clockwise, remain at a certain distance away from the margin of the dilated pupil, and thus I get a fairly round rhexis. Now I am going to do hydrodissection. BSS is being pushed just underneath the anterior capsular rim, and hydrodelineation has also been done. Hydrodelineation has produced a beautiful golden ring in this case. And now viscoelastic substance is injected and the tip of the phaco handpiece is introduced into the anterior chamber. This is direct chop. The lens nucleus is held firmly by the phaco tip and the nucleus is chopped into fragments, and each fragment is emulsified and taken out. This is a cataract with grade 3 nuclear sclerosis, and phaco power used in this case was 60%. This is the epinucleus. Epinucleus got easily removed. Till this time there was no problem. Now see what happens. I am going to inject some viscoelastic substance, and after that I am going to use a 23 gauge Simcoe cannula, here it is, to remove the cortical matter, and see what happens. Here the zonule is torn and the bag has detached, the posterior part of the capsular bag has detached. So I release the cortex from the aspirating port of the Simcoe cannula and I try to aspirate here, and here again the zonule gets torn and the capsular bag tends to detach. So I inject viscoelastic substance, ask for a capsular tension ring to support the capsular bag, and in this case I am going to show how to put a capsular tension ring. Please watch very keenly. This is the capsular tension ring, and it has got two eyelets on either end. This is one end going into the capsular bag and the other end is gradually coming near the main wound. Now I hold the trailing end with a Macpherson's forceps. Take a Sinskey hook in my left hand and I introduce the Sinskey hook through the side port. Here it is. I hold the trailing end with the Macpherson's forceps, go inside, introduce the Sinskey hook. The prong of the Sinskey hook goes into the eyelet. Now I go underneath the anterior capsular rim and I don't try to release it single-handedly. Support it with a chopper above the CTR and then just give a nudge and it goes into the capsular bag. That's it. Now the bag is nicely supported, and now I will be able to remove the cortical matter and the bag will not detach. Now I go through the other side port and see. This time I can remove the cortex and the capsular bag doesn't tend to come off. That's it. So the cortical aspiration has been nicely managed after putting a CTR, after placing a capsular tension ring at the equatorial region of the capsular bag, and thus the capsular bag got nicely supported. And here goes the intraocular lens. This is a hydrophilic acrylic intraocular lens going into the capsular bag. Yes, both the leading haptic and the trailing haptic has gone into the capsular bag, and now little bit of viscoelastic substance is there sticking to the corneal endothelium. So what I do is I hydrate the side ports, make these wounds watertight, and then I take the Simcoe cannula again and do this final lavage and see what happens. All these viscoelastic substance come out just by irrigation, and it is looking very nice and excellent now. Now the antechamber is formed and the case is concluded. Hope this video will help you in developing your surgical skills. Thank you very much for your attention.